Greetings, Sticky Date Pudding. As always, remember to subscribe on YouTube. This is one of my favourite recipes. If I had $1 for every sticky date pudding I've made in my life, or every portion, I'd be a very wealthy man. Quite a simple recipe, but there's a few important principles here. Boil dates and milk together, take it off the heat, throw in oil, puree it, and put the bicarb soda in then. Sieve flour and baking powder together. Make sure that you sieve it 3 times. This just helps aerate it a wee bit. Now this is very important. I beat this for about 12 minutes. So obviously I've sped this up for the video, but have a look at how the colour changes. It gets lighter and it almost doubles in size. So beating sugar and egg together. For some recipes it's just the egg yolk and sugar. This is quite an important concept in dessert making that needs to be grasped. You have to take the time to beat the egg and sugar together. You need to scrape down the sides of the bowl, and you need to make sure that the sugar is fully dissolved. See how that's changing colour? That's a lot lighter than it was previously. You can use a handheld beater. It just takes a little bit longer and it's quite tedious. Most small domestic mixing machines like this have a timer on them, and just use the timer. So see how light that is? And it's quite airy. Now I add the date mix and the flour mix in half. So I'm going to put half the date mix and half the flour in, mix it up, and when you add flour to a mixing bowl, start it off very slowly at a very slow speed, otherwise you end up dusting yourself with flour. Yeah, it's comical the first time, but once you've done it a couple of times it's no longer fun. So start it off slow and then speed up. And as always, make sure that you scrape down the sides of the bowl multiple times. You can use a paddle instead of a whisk. It takes a little bit longer if you're using a paddle, but you don't get any mixture caught in the center. Whereas using a whisk, you have mixture caught in the middle of the balloon, and sometimes it doesn't quite mix properly, or any stringy bits from the dates, for example, will get caught on the balloon whisk. So add in the remaining half of the flour and the date mixture, and we'll give that a bit of a beat up, and again making sure that we scrape down the sides. Start it off slow, speed up, and you can see a very clunky jump cut there. Look how dark and caramel in appearance that is. Make sure you scrape the beater off well, but that just looks almost golden, appetizing, just amazing. That's it in the oven after half an hour. And look at the portion there. It's moist, it's dense without being heavy and like a brick, and entirely enjoyable. There's another video with a very poor audio that I probably need to redo, of making butterscotch sauce. So serve with cream or ice cream, or just the butterscotch sauce. heat it up in the microwave, and it's incredibly easy to make.